Today I'm going to do the bike and gear review for our upcoming bike trip. Nothing's really changed, but I just wanted to share with everybody what it is that I carry when I do the bike trips. So I got the bike on the rack, so I don't have the bags on it. Bike and the bags and everything there that you see is about 105 pounds. So it kind of gives you an idea. Nothing's changed since the Montana ride. There's been some additions and deletions and stuff, but yeah. So here we go. So what I'll do is I'll do what's inside the panniers. One of the things on the panniers that I like to do is when you look at weight distribution. Some people say you put the heavy stuff up front to make it steer better. Honestly, I don't know the science behind it, but what I do know is this end of the bike is where I put all the weight. So the heavier stuff is up front. The reason I do that is with me sitting on the seat, I got, my 180 pounds on the back wheel. And if I put the heavy stuff back here, I got even more heavy stuff on the back wheel, and I could risk breaking spokes. So up here, there's not a lot of pressure on the spokes. So put the heavy stuff up front, kind of distribute the weight heavy forward, just to prevent spoke breaking on the trip. So the heavy stuff's up front, and the lighter stuff's in the back. So we'll start up front. On the right side, I use the Ortlieb, I want to say it was the back roller. It's a 20-liter setup. On this side of the bag is or on this side of the bike is where I put all the clothes. So what kind of clothing am I taking? Just for the ease and convenience, because sometimes instead of getting in, opening up all the bags, what's in what bag, I kind of label the outside, but you can kind of see 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of clothes. I'm using merino wool, so the shirts, shorts, and socks are all merino wool, and then I'm sorry, the shorts are kind of more like the dry fit athletic shorts, but yeah, socks, underwear, shorts, and basically short sleeve shirts. A lot of people say you can get by with less. I just like to be comfortable, so I carry 4 because I want to. Here I got cool weather. Of course, I know you're thinking you're starting in Florida, but my thoughts are it's 40 degrees outside now. Florida could be 70, 80, but those cool winds coming off the water might make it a little nipply. So I got some camp pants. I have a merino wool long sleeve shirt. I have a neck gaiter, some merino wool gloves, and then a puff jacket that's down-filled, so it packs kind of small. So you don't get in this very often, but if you're cold and you want to warm up, you definitely got to have this stuff. So that's what's in this bag there. I got a pack towel. The pack towel, what I like about those is they dry really quick. So you take a shower at night, it might still be damp, but let it hang off the back of the bike, and the wind just helps dry it out. And then of course a washcloth in there. The washcloth, I'm using something different this year. The ones that I used in the past just seemed like there was no substance to it. So when you started wiping off, it balled up about the size of a golf ball, and it's like, why have it that's going to do that? So I got a different one and see what happens this year. Toiletries, toothbrush, toothpaste, shampoo, soap, medicines. I'll shave the beard off, so I'll have a razor and shaving cream, deodorant, just the travel size stuff, just to keep it small. Along the East Coast, will have access to a lot of towns, so resupply when you run out, it's going to be really easy. So there's no reason to take, you know, larger items, because you just won't need to, but have access to purchase more. In case there's an emergency, toilet paper, you never know. Sunscreen, with being along the water, and chances of getting burnt go way up. So I like the banana boat because it doesn't feel real greasy when you put it on, especially in this spray formula. And then this is just to put, just to keep it organized. It's the dirty clothes, it's labeled dirty, so you know what's in there. So that's what you got on that bag there. On the left side, this is probably the heaviest bag on the whole trip, though it does get lighter as the days go by. This is where all the food is at. If you notice on here, these retaining clips or straps, normally Ortlieb only has one. What I found is if I hit some bumps, they would come undone and fly out. When I put the extra one in there, all that problem stopped. So it was just something that drove me crazy. And then it also helps support it, you know, a little bit, so to kind of distribute the weight. Tortillas, the reason we go this route, anything that packs flat is really what you're looking for, and it just makes getting more food in there, or anything, you know, flat is always better. So yeah, tortillas. Here I got some dish soap. You might wonder what this is. It's not for condiments. Basically at night when I get done, I'll put my meds for the next morning in here, so when I eat breakfast I got quick access to it. The way I carry the meds, I'll talk a little bit later, this just makes it a lot more convenient. And then I have, they're made by Sea to Summit. I need to find a better way to carry them. But they're collapsible, so we got a collapsible cup. And then, so you got the cup for like coffee in the morning, and then the bowl. So I do the collapsible stuff. It just seems to, again, anything that packs flat is better because it saves space. I'll put this away. As you can see, it just doesn't quite fit right. And then just help so you can find things quicker. The Jetboil, okay, basically just heats up hot water. It's kind of a nested system. You got the burner and gas can. And then just keep a lighter. It has a piezo on there that works really well starting, but just in case, just carry a small lighter. And then the bottom could dub as a cup, but I don't use it that way. And then that's where the flame goes. So it just, you have just kind of a self-contained system there for cooking. And here is a throw rope for the bear bag. Okay, now the bear bag, you're thinking, okay, we may not have, we had this, not only you had not so much the bears, but rodents, raccoons and stuff like that are probably more problems than bears. So you throw the rope over a branch, hoist this up, keep the coons out, and then it keeps them away from camp. Normally you would hang this stuff away from your tent, but if you're at a campground, you know, access to that stuff to hang may or may not be there. So just having it in something that can keep the rodents out really helps. I heard something in this bag here. I'm gonna throw it down there, and then I just use I wanted a long handled spoon. That way, if I eat out of the jet boil, I can get down to the bottom of it. So I kind of need that. Food-wise, again, peanut butter. A lot of times what I'll do is I will pack on the back of the bike. You stay out of the panniers during the day. So the food that I'm going to eat for the day while we're out on the tour is going to be back here. I won't ever get into panniers to do that. So in the morning, I'll pack the food that I want to eat for the day, and it'll be back there. But peanut butter is always a nice thing. Here I put in my coffee, and then I also have some drink mixes just to kind of flavor up the water a little bit. Normally, when you buy that stuff, it's like 10 or 12 packs per box that you can get. And then on the drink stuff, because I might do multiples of those a day, so might have 25, 30 of those drink packs in there. But just because of the quantities that you get. The same with like the snacks. Slim Jims I like. I got fruit snacks and got some like fig biscuit kind of bars, and again, given the quantity, it's not that I eat a lot of them, but when you buy it in a box, you're going to eat them all. You're not going to carry part, throw them away. So that bag will get smaller, and then you just resupply as you go. Food, okay. Here, I don't know what's in there. Don't remember what I put in there. Oh, oatmeal for breakfast. Again, usually 2 bags of oatmeal in the morning along with a cup of coffee is really good for in the morning. And then, like I said, tuna packs. I'll take the tuna, throw it on a tortilla, and then you have that for like the protein part, and then take the peanut butter, put it on a tortilla, eat it for like a dessert, and it still gives you more. So just different flavors of the tuna. For supper, ramen noodles. A lot of times we might even throw tuna in with this as well. And then Rodney had got a bunch of dehydrated stuff that we're going to take with us to use. It doesn't expire till next year, but we want to use it, so I want to pack some dehydrated stuff. So that'll be a new thing too. Hold on a second, I gotta let the dog in here. Come on. You be careful. Okay, so River's in here. This might be a mistake. Hopefully it doesn't knock the camera over. So that's on the front end of the bike. Back end of the bike is tent and clothes, or bedding in the tent. So here I got the bedding. This hasn't changed since last year. Here, sometimes you get it's light stuff, but it's stuff that you'll use at night. I have this is just a seat cover. The Brooks saddle is a leather seat, so if there's rain at night, you want to cover it up, keep the seat from getting all wet. That's what that is, the cover there. Mosquito net, if the mosquitoes get really bad. Last year that came into play in Michigan. Just a compression bandage if something happens bad on the trip. The most important is the headlamp. Okay. Getting into the bags at night, you don't have 3 arms, and a lot of times it takes 2 hands to do what you're doing. Here you can put this on and you can see. That was one of the things I bought on the Trans Am ride that made a huge difference in the quality of life. Just normal day-to-day stuff. So let me pack that now. Stay out of there. The sleeping bag liner from Thermarest, this is really light, but what happens is the nylon from the sleeping bags, you tend to, you sleep, if you get hot, you start sweating and it just gets sticky. So then your sleeping bag gets all grimy and stuff. The sleeping bag liners are really nice because it's a nice soft, really soft cloth, super light, and just kind of provides that extra barrier there to make it sleeping a lot more comfortable. This is a mat for sitting on. In the past, I put my solar panel in it, but being that we're not going to be in an area where power is going to be a problem, I'm just going to bring it and just see what happens. I don't know if I'll use this or not. Might find an alternate use for it, as far as maybe an extra buffer for a pillow to get the pillow height right. Being my pillows are kind of small, though Rodney kind of helped me out a little bit. Here is, I have a little Nemo pillow, okay. It's probably about 16 inches, 18 inches wide, and it's about 2 inches deep. So it's not enough to really prop your head up, and that's where the additional thing might come into play. Don't know yet. I'll experiment with that just a little bit. But Rodney had an extra inflatable pillow. This one is about twice the size of the other one, so it's a Sea to Summit Arrows pillow. Folds up nice and small, doesn't take up a lot of space, so this might be the answer to my pillow problems. But again, we'll wait and figure that out once get going on the tour a little bit. The Nemo Disco sleeping bag. Really used this, on the last, since 2022. Really like this sleeping bag. It vents, so you can cover up. Hey, get away from that. So you don't get too hot, which is nice. River, no. And and it packs small. Sleeping mat. They do make smaller sleeping mats. We just leave that alone. Leave that alone. Quit. Yeah, but this one still works. It's only 3/4 of an inch thick when on the ground, so it's not real thick, but I've been comfortable with it. They're kind of pricey, and since it's... Will you leave that alone? Quit it. So I'm going to continue to use this. So once it goes bad, then I'll replace it with something a little smaller. And then basically here's just a parts kit. I got a chain and then 2 brand new inner tubes. The right ones, if you remember from my Trans Am tour, I was having some problems, and inner tubes was a big part of that problem, but not anymore. Got the right parts for the job. On the left rear is the tent system. Nothing's changed there. Get away. One thing I did add was it's a hard shell case. Yeah, here I'll come back to this. So what I got the Big Agnes Copper Spur tent. It's the bike packing version. What I like about the bike pack version is the tent poles. The tent poles are really short, and as you can see, they fit in my pannier, where the traditional tent poles won't fit inside a pannier. So when I bought this tent, I bought it because of these tent poles. You would think there'd be more bike or tent manufacturers that would start developing these short sticks. They're super nice for bike touring. So you got the tent post, ground sheet down in Florida. I know the first couple of places that we're planning on camping at is like the sheet, like crushed limestone / shells, crushed shells. And so the ground sheet be kind of important to keep from puncturing the bottom of the tent. These cloths right here, if there's a lot of dew on the tent in the morning, these are real nice to wipe the tent off, to just minimize how much water is on the tent, because you're going to pack it away wet, and the more you can get off of it before you pack it away, and when you go to dry it, it'll dry a lot quicker for you. So that's what the purpose of those are. In here is just John and I like to navigate using paper maps. We're using the adventure cycling maps, and the first map is in here, and then the rest of the set is in here. And as I change out, I'll just grab them out of there. Tent stakes, and then just miscellaneous parts in case something happens. A couple extra straps, some extra guy wires for the tent if we get into some windy places to help guide the tent down, so don't tear nothing up or the tent blow away. So that's all in that one there. This bag here, okay, this is the everyday bag. That was strapped onto the back of that, rolls up tight, and so this is what I carried, put the food in. I have some extra organizing bags in here. I just put them in there so it doesn't add any, it's not so much weight, but just if there's nothing in the bag, then why put it in with the panniers? It just keeps the organization of that a lot easier. But the one thing that is in there is rain gear. So that's something that you'll need, during the course of the day. You want quick access to it. You don't want to have to dig through a pannier to find it. I know where it's at. I can get to it real quick. Also, like this bag is kind of what I used last time. All the food that I'm going to eat for the day will go in here. It'll be stored in there. If I'm wearing a coat and I want to take it off because it got too hot, I'll just stuff it in here. And then at the end of the day, then I can put it away. But this just makes the daily ride a lot easier because I don't have to get in the panniers, because then you have to unload the pannier, completely pack, and then repack it. Here you just stuff and go, so it's just more convenient. Oh, I said I would come back to this. I'm gonna move the camera over here, so give me a second. Gotta make some adjustments real quick. Come down. So up here on the bench, we turn an extra light on. Okay, so in here, this is just an electronics organizer. In the past, I used a bag, and it didn't work real well. Now, one of the things that's new this year for me is Anker makes a really high quality parts, but I got a 6-port USB charging block that plugs into a wall outlet. One of the things that we had found in the past was I was always, you get to camp and immediately you're hooking everything up to the charger because you have to swap things out and you got to sit there and monitor it. Here I can plug up to 6 devices and get it charged right away, so moving stuff around is not a problem anymore. Keep the spare battery in here, and then of course it's the power cable. All the charging cables in there. I was thinking about getting some more SD cards for my camera, which is recording right now. And then I got an iPad mini. When I do my video editing, I use it with this. I do all that stuff on the road. I'm not using a laptop, not in the studio. I don't have audio equipment to make the audio sound better, because I watch the videos and I realize that sometimes the audio is not the greatest. But I do it because I want you guys to see what it is that we're experiencing today, not what we did 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, I wish the videos were clearer and a lot more professional looking, but you can't do that every day and have a studio to work out of. So that's what you get. But yeah, that's all stays in here. So and it kind of protects the iPad a little bit. Plus, there's plenty of room in my bag for it, so it works out really well. So I'll go back over here. Okay. All right. Got the 48 and 32 ounce Nalgene bottles. Had those before. My toolkit, yeah, and I got some spare parts in there. Nothing's changed there. This little guy here works really well. I've had it for 10 years, and man, the battery lasts long. I don't know how it works so well, but it's a very good quality product there. But it's a solar powered or rechargeable light. It's inflatable. It's like a 4-inch square. And I hang that at the top of the tent on the inside to light it up at night. It just makes it nice to be able to see. You can't see anything super clear, but if you're just looking through a bag or just need to be able to see as you're getting ready for the night, you can see in there. The seat bag is just a flat kit, so I got an inner tube in there, so I have 3 inner tubes altogether, a patch kit, and a CO2 inflator, and some tire levers to get the tires on and off. Yeah, nothing's changed on the bike. Still using 3 lights in the back, and then I have one on my helmet. So on the back of the helmet, got another flasher. So got 4 red flashing lights. When we start in Florida, there's some days we're going to be on the road. Could possibly be some busy roads. Definitely want to be more visible, which brings me down to this. Bought a new one. Okay, the other one, no, there was nothing wrong, but it was faded, and it just looked like a yellow shirt. It didn't grab your attention, where the new ones were real super bright, and I was more worried about people seeing me than I thought it was more important. So picked a new vest up. Let's see, the Brooks saddle. Still like the Brooks saddle. I got a Thud Buster. So this little guy here, basically it's a suspension seat post. It just flexes no more than an inch, but it's more to take the high frequency vibrations of the road out. So that's what that does, and it works really well. I'm gonna front end over here. Still got the headlight. Change a little bit, and then the tire pump. It worked out real well carrying it up here. It's out of the way. Been real happy with the pump. We kind of get up here in the cockpit of the bike. Just the water bottle that I drink out of. The Nalgene bottles are there just to fill this up. This really is convenient. The phone, I got my phone up here, but we don't use the phone for navigation. It's just more for just being readily available. And then if I wanted to listen, and then inside the handlebar bag, sunglasses, my journal, battery in case I need one during the day, click stand and the strap, and then a charging block if I need to charge something during the course of the day, if we have access to power, billfold, passport, just note paper and pen. So and then of course the selfie stick for the camera. This right here is just a camera mount that's telescoping. I can put the 1X or the Insta360 camera on, so while I'm riding I don't have to hold it with a selfie stick. I can use that there. So yeah, that's pretty well it for the gear and bike. If you do have any questions, just kind of let me know and I'll try to answer them for you. And well, until next time, we'll see you later.